bit of a kind of a joke amongst Americans, like, why do Australians walk barefoot all the time? It's because we're connected to the earth, you know. Like I used to say when people said, where do you get all your energy from? And I used to say, I'm tapped to the source, because there's a lot of powerful magnetic forces in this earth, and you know, when you put a piece of rubber between you and it, you really disconnect yourself quite a bit, you know. So it's important. Take your shoes off, walk on the grass, walk on the dirt. I like walking on rough surfaces like this because when I had rheumatoid arthritis, I couldn't even walk anything that had pebbles or uneven surfaces when my feet were so bad. It used to cause me so much pain, even with shoes on. So now that I can do it barefoot comfortably, and I actually love that feeling of all the pressure points in my feet getting stimulated by the different textures under my feet. It's just perfect. Just love it. Last few mornings I've been doing this walk. There's been a black swan up around the corner here, and very unusual to see a black swan out here on the creek. I don't know where he flew in from, but he's all by himself and he's quite elusive. He'll hide when I come around the corner, but he's so beautiful. It just makes me so happy to see that beautiful swan. And I also see beautiful rosellas with the vibrant colours and the greens and the reds, and there's these other little birds that are like almost fluorescent green that fly around. It just feels like you're in the middle of nowhere here, you know, but there's the conveniences of shops and post offices and all the things you need. So yeah, this is definitely my soul's home. I feel this is the place that I come to when I just need to just recharge my batteries and just feel connected to the earth again, you know. So yeah, I do love it. There it is. There's our beautiful black swan. Hello, beautiful. Hello. How are you? Hello. You are so beautiful. Hi, it's okay, I'm not going to hurt you. Hi. Hi. Hi, beautiful. How special is that? Priceless. Hi. Hi. Oh, I know, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just admiring your beauty. It is hot, but at least my washing will dry quickly, right? Getting it all done before I hit the road again. Pixie just loves sunbathing herself in the heat. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Pixie, you crazy little dog. Alrighty, well, I've got a couple of weeks downtime off the road, and Effie is back at the mechanic because she sprung a tiny little leak in the top tank of the radiator, which I had rebuilt a couple of years ago. It was very expensive, so it got sent back down to Ballarat. The radiator did. The truck's still here. The radiator got sent down to Ballarat and they repaired it under warranty, thankfully, so it should be back probably tomorrow, which is good. But I've had the last couple of weeks just to relax and catch up on jobs around the caravan. So I fixed up lots of the latches, the door latches and locks on the cupboards on the inside that had been damaged when the caravan got damaged, when it got all twisted out of shape. Obviously, you know, the cupboards all flew open and got bent out of shape as well. So I had some spare latches and locks that I've been reinstalling onto the cupboards. Got caught up on all my laundry, and today I am painting my roll-out wooden fence, which is this stuff. It came with just a really thin coat of paint on it, and it's been a few years and it's been in the weather a bit, so I've got some leftover gloss enamel paint that I used to paint the inside of the caravan, and I've pulled that out, and I'm going to give these guys a refreshing coat of water-based enamel, make it look nice and shiny and white. Once this side is all done and dry, I've got a little bit to go. Then I'll flip her over and do the other side. Alrighty, we're about to go for a kayak. Yay! She knew as soon as I got the kayak out. She was doing her usual, trying to jump into it before I've even got it in the water. I'm like, hang on a second. Not ready yet. We used to do this a lot, didn't we? But it's been a while since we've been kayaking because I, silly, left my kayak down here in Victoria in my storage shed when I went up to Queensland, thinking I was only going to be gone for 6 weeks and I'd come back to Victoria, and I ended up being up there for almost a year and a half, kicking myself constantly that I hadn't brought the kayak with me because there were so many wonderful opportunities for kayaking. So it's very nice. I took it to Bridgewater too, but I don't know, we were so busy doing other things and I didn't actually get a chance to do any paddling at Bridgewater, which is another really nice spot on the Loddon River. It's really nice paddling there. So today, while it wasn't too windy and it's cooled down a bit now because the sun's starting to set, I'm like, we're on. We are paddling. Hey? This is the Yarriambiack Creek. And the caravan park runs right alongside it, so we didn't have to take the kayak very far at all. I've got little wheels that attach to the back of the kayak, so when I drag it off the truck I just grab it by the handle and wheel it around wherever I want to launch it, and then while I'm paddling the wheels are actually tucked into the back. There's like a little elastic basket, well, there's a indentation in the kayak that has elastic on it, and that's where I can strap the wheels down. Oh, you're getting a bit excited about those birds. Don't you try jumping out, you'll get wet. That's her favourite thing about kayaking, is bird watching. Hey, you love it, don't you? You love it. How peaceful is this? I love this place so much. Like, it's just so peaceful. Every day when I go walking, this is the way I come walking as well. In the afternoons, usually we walk this way, but I decided to paddle today. And it's always like this. Just absolute serenity. Ah, the serenity. So this creek doesn't actually flow. It's a seasonal flood creek. So at the moment, it pretty much stops not far from the caravan park at one end, and we're coming down the other end, and it pretty much peters out. When it does flood, if there is flooding, it'll join up with what's the big river at Horsham called? God, I've got a mind blank now. I should know, I've kayaked on it. Anyway, it joins up with the big river, and then it would go all the way up north to Brim and eventually join up with the tributaries into the Murray. So yeah, that doesn't happen very often. Last time it happened was just after I left here to go to Queensland. Like literally the week I left was the week the big huge Murray River floods were sort of slowly winding their way across to the west, and the caravan park was actually evacuated, although flooding, so not the caravan park anyway, but they did evacuate it anyway, and that's when they changed the rules. So there used to be permanents here, and I was offered a permanent site here if I wanted it. And while I went for my little holiday up to Queensland, the council changed the rules, decided no more permanents, 57-day limit, gave the permanents 24 hours to leave when they closed it for fear of flooding, and then they couldn't come back. That was a bit mean. One of the guys has actually since died. They were, older people, so I think they thought they were going to live the rest of their lives here. They built like hard annexes next to their caravans. Anywho, enough yabbering from me. I'm just going to shut up for a little while and just enjoy this because it is really beautiful. Oh, I love the reflection on the water. It's just so magic. Look at this. It looks like we're going to go through this magical arch when the water's really still like this. It's kind of freaky. It actually gives you feelings of like being in space or like in that infinity maze on the Gold Coast. Like I'm looking down at the reflection of the trees and it kind of feels like I'm floating through air above them. It's quite funny, like the reaction it gets in my brain. It's like a little bit spooky. It doesn't happen when there's ripples on the water, but if the water is glassy and still and you get that reflection effect, it's really weird. God, I love kayaking. I'm so happy to have my kayak back. Yay. And there's the cabins that I stayed in. I stayed in that middle cabin. You can see it over there. When my caravan was being fixed up. That was our temporary home for a little bit. You probably can't see my caravan from here because I'm up in the middle away from the trees because I didn't want to risk getting ants by being under the trees again. So I moved up into the middle section where there are no ants, thankfully. I'll see if I can give you possibly a shot of the caravan. You might see it if I swing it around a bit. Sort of. It's up there. That's this little pink butt you can see sitting over there. What do you reckon? Little branch there. Let's see if we can get up here. I reckon this is probably a pretty good spot. We like a nice gradual spot, don't we? There we go. Launch her in there. There she goes. Perfect. Bring her in. Yeah. You're the best kayak puppy in the world. You want to hop out now? You can hop out now. Oh, try not to slide around too much. Oh my gosh, your lead got a bit wet and dirty. Oh dear. All right, you want to hop out? Come on. Jump out. Come on. It's a bit slippery, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. Good girl. This is my storage shed, which is a very large storage shed, way excessive to my needs, and I know it looks like a lot of stuff, but I've basically just spread it around the edges. And most of the stuff is just that, just in case I ever have a house again, but I have been meaning to go through it and work out what I actually need. And all along this side is all back issues of my magazine that I still sell online. So yeah, there's a lot of crap in here. a lot of memories, sentimental stuff. But anyway, the purpose of our thing, and I've just emptied some boxes off this little stack, is to find Ernie. And look, there he is in the bottom box. So let's see if he still feels great. All right, Mr. Ernie. Oh, you're stuck in there. Hang on. Lift that one up. I'm pretty sure you won't feel great after you've been stuck in a box for years and years and years, but let's see. Oh, there he is. No, he's not saying he feels great, but I probably took batteries out of him. If I was sensible, I would have taken them out, because leaving batteries in things is never a good idea. So let's hope. I don't know how you, oh, you need to actually screw it in. Oh God, it looks like there's batteries in there. Hopefully I haven't corroded him and killed him. But anyway, he's coming back to the caravan. We're gonna see if we can make him feel great again. Hi Annie, say hi. Say, oh, I was one of your very first YouTube videos 13 years ago. And you're in this special box that I've made for, I've got one for each of my children, from memories from their lives and all sorts of things, like 18-year-old key, old school uniforms, all sorts of random things that I've kept for my children so that they know how special they were to me. So, and Ernie was in that box for my boy. Boy Bass. Now, the other thing I've got to look for today is Bass wanted me to see if I could find my record collection, because he's really into playing records at the moment, and so I got to work out. Good thing about having clear boxes, that's why I do it. You can see what's inside them. So give me a few minutes and I'll find some records. Woohoo! I found the records. They were underneath the photo albums in the photo albums box. Let's see what we got. Tell you what, Bass, you better appreciate this, because I literally started at the front, went through every single box, and it's like the right at the end that I found it. Oh my gosh, I thought they were under there, but anyway, what we got? We got some Lou Reed, got some Elton John, Edith Piaf. Oh, this is one of my absolute favorites. Cat Stevens, Timothy Tillerman, Melanie. I love Melanie. Got two Melanies because she's awesome. What is this one? Songs of the Protest Era. That's got to be good. Beatles. Oh, these are such good records. Bass, you better take good care of them. Fleetwood Mac. These are like, I had so many more, but I obviously just kept these ones because they were my ultimate favorites. So off to my boy to play on a real record player. One day when my children are all settled down, and I don't know, maybe they'll be like me, maybe we're never going to settle down, but at some stage, I was meaning to do it while I was here this time, because it's been like, yeah, like almost 2 years since I've been here. Was meaning to go through all these boxes and really kind of sort it and tidy it up, but it's been so hot, and at the moment I'm already starting to sweat because it's like 30 degrees and this tin shed gets pretty hot pretty quickly. So I've done what I needed to do. I got Ernie, I got the records, I've opened every box and had a look inside and seen that, you know, yeah, there are just things that I can't part with, so that's why I pay for a storage shed. So I can't lug all my memories around with me, and I certainly couldn't lug all this. So some of it's just like cushions and curtains and housey things. To sort it out. I need to sort it out, but I'll come back when it's cooler and I'll get it done. I'll get it stacked and organized and whatever. But at the moment, it's kind of nice having a really big shed like this, because everything's around the edges, so I can see everything quite easily. So, but some of those boxes are starting to crap out a little bit. Anyway, enough yabbering from me. I got to get some stuff in the car, get Ernie and the records in the car, set off this bomb, and prepare to lock up and leave again for God knows how long. I don't even know when I'll be back. Oh, look, if you look up there, there's actually a painting that I did when I was living in Kangaroo Point in Brisbane. See up there? That was my view out of my house and this really cool coffee table that the legs broke off. But that was the view. I had a ground floor apartment at Kangaroo Point opposite the jazz club, and I used to look across to the city. I tried doing the city thing for a while. It was not particularly good for my soul, but I did it, and I wanted to capture the moment, so I did that. I'm not an artist, but I did that really rough painting, and just to remember that once upon a time I did actually live in a city and look at city lights out my windows. So anyway, gotta let off the insect bomb. Where is it? All right, I got the yucky stuff, but honestly this place gets inundated with spiders, and I don't like sharing my space with spiders, so this will go off and I'll lock it up and get out of here as quickly as possible. Yoo-hoo! Locked and loaded. Getting stinky. Let's go. All right. Get in the truck. Get away from here as quickly as possible. Probably doing a favour for my neighbours as well. Get rid of their spiders too. Alright, I gotta get this gate and off to do the next job. Lots of odd jobs at the moment.